Hey everybody, it's Courtney with Cusp Baby Tarot, and this is your new moon in Libra reading for October 6th, 2021. So let's take a look at some oracle cards to get an idea of the energy of this new moon and what we should be focusing on and manifesting. From the motivation manifesto cards, we have a message of we gain power from again and again allowing ourselves to choose the kind of recklessness that allows us to be vulnerable, genuine, and brave in pursuit of our dreams. That makes total sense, guys, because, you know, Libra is all about relationship and all about balance and allowing ourselves to give and to take and to be vulnerable and be brave in the pursuit of our dreams, in the sense of doing what we can to bring them to fruition while working simultaneously with the universe and allowing it to flow to us. The next card that we have is messages from the guides. This is the James Van Praagh deck, and we have give without expectation. Absolutely. So while we are attempting to manifest, we also, if we want to receive, we have to give. And when we give without expectation, because to give with expectation is a trade. It's not a gift. It's not a blessing. It's not allowing Spirit to use you to bless someone else and to pour into someone else's life. And the energy with this new moon that I've been sensing through a couple of the readings that I've done already today is this is a energy that is really about getting out of our ego and getting into our higher self. It is about not what the universe can do for us and what we can manifest for our lives as far as calling in, you know, money and finances, but this new moon is about manifesting healing and manifesting the relationships that we need to build on and repairing the relationships that we have with others. And of course, as always, repairing the relationship that we have with ourselves. So to give without expectation is not only to share what we have with others and to pour into others, but we need to give to ourselves without expectation. We need to allow ourselves to do the thing that brings us joy without getting discouraged because it doesn't bring us an income source, or it doesn't result in the relationship that we want. Still, give to yourself without expectation. Do not be greedy when it comes to giving to yourself. And the crystal energy for working with this new moon, I've got selenite. Clear the clutter. Yes, we love selenite. You know, I've got this big old piece of selenite right up here. I love it. I use it to cleanse my aura, and it charges my crystals, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful crystal to work with. But yes, we're clearing out the clutter. And I feel like that doesn't just mean, you know, the emotional clutter and doing the shadow work and again, giving to our higher selves, finding what brings us joy, pursuing our dreams. But I also feel that there is a need for the collective to truly clear the clutter in their physical world as well. If you have been looking around your house, or, you know, every time you open the closet, something's falling out, or the space or the environment that you are existing in is full of clutter, this is a physical manifestation of something that is happening spiritually. So with this energy, I feel the collective is being encouraged to purge. Let's get rid of things that are no longer serving us, not just old beliefs and dead philosophies, but let's also clear out the clutter in our lives. Let's get rid of the clothes that we don't wear anymore. Let's donate to charitable causes. Let's, go through our pantry and pull things that we know, I at one time I thought that I liked corned beef hash, but turns out not so much. So, let me give this to somebody who can use it instead of it just collecting dust in the back of my cabinet. Collectively, let's go ahead and purge these things that are taking up space or are consuming space within our homes or our environment, to make room for new things that the universe wants to bring in, that spirit wants to bring to us. So whatever our intentions that we're setting on the new moon, whatever we are trying to call into us, the message is we have to make room for it. And once we receive it, it is the expectation of the universe that when we receive, we also give back and that we share with others. And, the more the universe gives us and we turn around and create something beautiful or create something healing for somebody else, that just opens it up and allows the universe to bring even more in. Just like your closet. If you've got all these clothes in here that you're never going to wear again, let's go ahead and donate them to somebody. Let's bless somebody with them. And then that will allow you to have more room for you to update your style or change your aesthetic, or, maybe you've just wanted to, organize things so that you feel like you have a little more control, for lack of a better word. We know control is an illusion, but you know what I mean. Get up in the morning and go to your closet and be able to find what it is that you want without the delays. Maybe the thing that we are needing to manifest is that time management, that, getting prepared for what's coming next, not necessarily trying to control the outcome of it or being attached to the outcome of it, but definitely preparing for that thing that's coming next. Because as I'm always saying in a lot of my general readings, we can tell the universe that we're hungry, but in order for us to actually be fed, we have to take the steps. We have to either go to the grocery store and get it and cook it, or we need to get on our phones and order it, or whatever it is. So we tell the universe what we want, but it is our job to clear out the clutter, to make room for it, for us to be vulnerable and genuine and brave to receive it. And then once we receive it, we need to give back to humanity in whatever way that we can. With Libra, this new moon being in Libra, of course, we need to look at our balance. We need to look at, what are we being fair to ourselves? Are we, is what we are trying to manifest going to balance the scales, or is it going to, is it going to put us in a place where, okay, I'm receiving this and it's pushing the scales, making them uneven, which isn't leaving room for other things in my life. I know that may not make sense to everybody, but somebody who's hearing it knows exactly what I'm talking about. That felt very specific for a very specific person. But as a collective, we've got to clear out the clutter. We have been hanging on to things for so long. We've been hanging on to old emotions and old belief systems and old religions and old material items. And it is time to let it go. It is time to clean it out. It is time to purge. This new moon in Libra is the perfect opportunity to get out with the old and in with the new, and to grow and to heal and to cleanse and to organize and just get our lives into balance. Let's call that balance into existence. From the Moonology deck, we have Hold Your Vision with a fixed moon. Definitely, obviously, when we are attempting to manifest anything, it is so important that we hold on to that vision. If we are trying to call healing into our lives, if we are trying to call a relationship into our lives, if we're attempting to manifest something financial, we have to hold that vision. Collective, we can get scattered. We can start going in a million different directions, and even arguing within the spiritual community and fighting about what's the right way and what's the wrong way. Okay, let that shit go. That's part of clearing the clutter. Let that shit go. And let other people do their thing. Like, stop, we need to stop judging each other and judging each other's path and how each other choose to walk that path, and focus on our own vision and what it is that we want to accomplish in our own lives, and hold on to it and give it everything that we have, because it's almost like a 401k, the energy that we put out there and the energy that we give to our vision, the universe is going to give right back to us. It is going to match us and then some, to bring what we want into fruition, as long as it is for our highest good. Because spirit is getting very, why is that coming through so quickly? I'm hearing very clearly that the time to be lackadaisical wow, haven't used that word in a long time, but the time to be lackadaisical, the time for lounging around and dreaming about what we want, that time is passing, guys. We've got to get into an energy that is holding the vision of what we want to bring into our lives, as well as what we want to create and to share with others, to leave our mark, to raise the vibration of the collective, to bring more people into awakening and into awareness. And that we can't do that if we're not focused on the vision, if we're losing track, if we're getting lost in the clutter of our lives, if we are trying to manifest things or to create things simply for the purposes of being paid or getting some kind of personal gratification out of it. That this is not the time for that. This is the time when we manifest things that are for the greater good, without expecting to receive anything in return. But it is absolutely critical that once we identify what that is, we hold on to that vision. All right, so those are the oracle cards for the reading. Let's take a look at the energy from the tarot. And let's see here. So we have Four of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Again, we can't give with expectation, and we can't continue to hoard things. We can't continue to hold on to things. Yes, it is important that we are picky or choosy about what we give our energy to and what we give our resources to, but holding on to them like a miser is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for us. We have got to stop sitting in this mentality of what's mine is mine and what's yours is yours. No, it all belongs to everybody. This is universal. We are all connected. When one of us does better, we all do better. So, let's let go of this need to hoard and to control, and trust that if we let go and if we give to others, while we are being genuine and being vulnerable, that our dreams are going to come true, because that's just how the energy works to create and to draw the things that you want to you. All right, what do we have next? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, new things are coming, and we've got this full moon here in the background. This to me jumped out because I feel like whatever we are going to be manifesting on this new moon in Libra, by the time we get around to the full moon, there is going to be a new opportunity for many of us. This could be an opportunity for a new job, a new opportunity to travel, a new opportunity to start something new. Obviously, aces are all about something new, but aces are also just seeds. They are the beginning of the idea. They are the spark of imagination and creation. They are not set in stone. We have to walk it out. We have to take the steps. We have to hold our vision and clear out the clutter, and then we can focus on receiving that inspiration that is going to lead us to that new thing that is going to open up a lot of different opportunities and channels for us. So with the Two of Wands coming up, absolutely, we need to make a choice this new moon. What are we going to do? Are we going to keep doing things the way we've been doing them? Are we going to choose a different path? The collective is being called to decide which way that we want to go. Again, coming back to the clearing the clutter and holding the vision. Where is your vision? What are you getting rid of? What are you moving towards? It's time to make a decision. The Empress, we are creating on the new moon. We're manifesting, right? So we are creating, we are birthing new energies and new connections, and connecting back to what is real, in the sense that Mother Nature, the tangible, the physical, we need to be in touch with that while also still walking the spiritual path, and allowing that Empress energy to move through us so that we can Sorry, I'm getting a lot of information at one time. Let me filter through it. Yes, the collective is pregnant. The collective is ready to burst. It is ready to bring forth new information and new ideologies and new belief systems, and to spread that information throughout the collective and to birth a movement. I feel so strongly that the time is now. Like, it's been building and been building and been building, and there's just something special about this time in this, reality, in this dimension, whatever, that it feels like it's almost like the slingshot being pulled back. And this new moon is where we begin to pull that slingshot back, so that by the time the next lunar cycle happens, then we can let go and we can release this new energy and release this new life, if you will, into the planet, into the collective, throughout humanity. Changes are coming. Look, we see trials and tribulations and struggles on the news and on Facebook and social media all the time. But that is just a very small sliver of what is actually happening. What is actually happening is that people are starting to awaken to the fact that we have been programmed to live in a world that does not serve our greatest good. We have been programmed to believe that things have to be hard and that tragedy is unavoidable. And to an extent, that is true. The human experience is painful. There's nothing we can do about that, but it is through those painful lessons that we learn our true strength and our true purpose. So I do feel that this card is encouraging us to not hold back, but to hold tighter to the things that truly matter, the spiritual, the magical, that feminine nurturing and caring that is so represented in the sign of Libra. Bring that into the world, manifest that into your life so that you can share that with other people, that you can give without expectation, just nurturing for the sake of nurturing your fellow human. And then we have the Hierophant. Okay, yes. Okay, time to let go of these traditions and these, okay, so there's a lot of stuff happening, and I am not here, and Spirit is not channeling through me to condemn anyone or to judge anyone ever. That is not how Spirit works. Spirit is 100% love and acceptance, and will always correct with love. And unfortunately, we're the ones who get in our way sometimes. So I feel that the energy of this Hierophant is encouraging us to challenge what we've been taught by others, and to find out what our truth is, what resonates with us, what resonates with our spirit, what information are we sharing, and is what we are sharing raising the vibration, or is it bringing a feeling of shame or a feeling of guilt or a feeling of having to earn the love of our creator or our source? Because these are things that are handed down. I guarantee you, once you step out from the beliefs that have been passed down through the generations and get into researching and learning about new ways and all the multitude of paths that are available to reach enlightenment and to connect with Spirit, letting go of those things. That's part of clearing out the clutter, is clearing out these old beliefs that just no longer serve us and that have been, they've just been ingrained in us and handed down to us. It's almost like cleaning out the closet to get rid of the clothes that no longer fit. It's like, for the collective, a lot of those old traditions and those old rules and the old belief, they just don't serve us anymore. So it is time to clear that clutter as well. This new moon is going to be about manifesting new. It is manifesting balance. It is manifesting harmony and justice, and bringing things into alignment. We are not going to stay stuck any longer in these old patterns and these old mindsets, because we have, we are here to nurture the planet. We are here to provide the example of that universal love that is available to everybody. But in order to do that, we have to decide that we are going to not only talk the talk, but we are going to walk the walk. And by doing that, new things are going to just open up, and we're going to be so surprised at how long we've fought making these decisions and making these choices and making these changes, because we've been so worried about losing what we do have that we're scared to release it and accept something new into our lives. So yes, the energy this moon is, okay, we're moving on to something new, something balanced, something harmonious, something that resonates with our spirit and connects with our soul, and not just with our minds, not just because it makes sense in our mind, but it makes sense in our spirit. So I'm very excited about this moon. I mean, of course, hello. This is Cusp Baby, and I don't know if some of you even realize what the Cusp Baby is and why I call myself that. It is because I was born on October 23rd, which in most tropical astrology, that is Scorpio, the sun sign of Scorpio. I am that weird Libra that was born on the cusp of Libra and Scorpio. My sun sign is a Libra. But again, my entire life growing up, I was told, you're a Scorpio, you're a Scorpio, you're a Scorpio. So finding out that I was a Libra just a few years ago doing my chart, it's been a bit of an adjustment to, it made a lot of things make sense because, Scorpios get a bad rep, but they're actually amazing people. I've got a lot of Scorpio in my chart. And there's a lot of loyalty and love and devotion there, as well as a little bit of a sting should you betray them. But Libra makes sense to me because that is where I have always fought for justice and befriended the underdog, and really just my life's purpose feels more connected to bringing balance and harmony into situations than it does to, revealing shadow and whatever is, stereotypical of the sun signs. Anybody who is into astrology, and if you're watching a tarot reading, you probably have either run your chart or you have an idea of what your sun sign is. And that is just a very small facet of our astrological makeup. So that being said, Libra, this new moon in Libra is feeling very powerful to me, especially. I'm sure it's feeling very powerful to the other Libras in the collective. But this sense of it's enough is enough. It is time to bring balance. It is time to bring justice. It is time to stand up for what is right. And even if that means that we are risking something in order to do that, because again, we gain power from again and again allowing ourselves to choose the kind of recklessness that allows us to be vulnerable, genuine, and brave in pursuit of our dreams. And if your dream is to be part of the collective and to raise the vibration of the collective, then it is going to require a recklessness and a vulnerability. We are going to have to stop faking the funk and get in touch with our authentic selves. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. So this is not from me. This is through me. I'm receiving the message just as loud and clear as I'm giving it. But the time is now. We got to stop. We got to get rid of this bullshit. We got to stop, waiting on, the world to change instead of stepping up and changing the world with our intentions and with our manifestations and with the love and the nurturing that we, have innately, that is our, it is just given to us at birth. And we lose that, and we allow other people to mold us and to shape us into their version of us, or to meet some kind of projection that they're trying to force onto us. But this new moon is letting go of all of that. We're going to step into our authentic self. We're going to figure out who we are and what we want and what we believe. And getting rid of the junk that is just keeping us from being our best selves. All right, so clarifying. Okay. Oops. So let's bring this up here where you might actually be able to see it. So we've got the Page of Voices underneath of the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, we can't just talk about it. We got to be about it. And I think for some of us, we're going to receive a message very clearly that we've been holding on to things that are no longer serving us. And for some of us, that's going to be quite a paradigm shift and quite a mind F, if you will. Some people don't like that word. I love that word, but I'll try not to say it. Don't want to offend your sensibilities, but at the same time, if I'm being my authentic self, it's going to be a mind fuck. So for some of us, it's just going to be like, wow, okay, I didn't even realize that I was holding on to this thing and how poorly it is influencing my thoughts and my decisions. But there is a message coming very soon, so please pay attention to that. Be on the lookout for signs and synchronicities that confirm that this thing that you're holding on to, it's time to let go of it. Under the Ace of Pentacles, with the new opportunities and the new ways and new paths, we've got the Strength card, and I love this card in this deck because there's a place in the book that says the lion is the woman is speaking to the lion and says something to the effect of, when people see us, they must think we're pretty peculiar. And the lion says to the woman sitting up top, they don't know you like I know you. And collective, they don't know us. They don't know us. They think that we're a bunch of hippy dippy, crazy people that are out here with our cards and our crystals. You know, we got rocks in our pockets and we're out there, you know, howling at the moon and dancing, do whatever weird shit we do, right? Because we know that there's a deeper meaning, and there's a connection, and there's we understand the higher things. And so when people look at us, they're like, well, that's really weird. Why are you so weird? My daughter and I joke all the time that, you know, we're out there talking to Luna on a full moon and just, you know, kind of going with the flow and doing our thing out there. And it's like, you know what? The neighbors are going to show up and they're going to call the cops. They're out there being witchy again. Come and get them. So, yeah, the collective is going to need some strength to do this new thing, and we're going to be underestimated, and we're not going to change the world through violence or through forcing our will upon the world. What we're going to do is one soul at a time is going to affect another soul through giving and teaching and kindness and resilience and that quiet strength that tames the beast. So, you know, okay, Spirit, I hear you. You know, the thing that a lot of us are holding on to, something that we need to clear out is this anger that we're holding on to, this frustration about how the world is and has been, and the shit we've been going through for the past 2 years. And, you know, people on both sides of the fence talking about, well, this is the right thing to do, and that's the right thing to do, and my rights and your rights, and blah, 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 blah. Look. At the end of the day, your focus is on the impact that you can make in your immediate vicinity, in your little corner of the world, with your family, with your friends, with your circle, with your connections. You focus on that. And the rest is up to others. You don't have to conquer the entire world. Now, if that's your goal, that's your calling, that's what you want to do, hell yes, go for it. Get out there and teach the masses. But for the majority of us, our job is to focus on what we can affect immediately, loving our children and those that are in our care, teaching them that they're valuable and that they are worthy and that they don't have to earn love, that love is their birthright. It is their it is available all the time. It is about setting an example. It is about forgiving when we feel that we should take revenge, or just letting go of things that others may go, you know, why are you letting go of that? That's, you know, that was pretty awful. You're right. But I'm letting go of it so that I can heal it, so that I can show other people that this is not a thing that happens that has to destroy you or alter your course in such a way that you are no longer contributing to the highest good of the collective, that you can get through things and you can do it with strength and resilience that is not loud and boisterous and in your face, but is more subdued and subtle and, just leading through example. With the Two of Wands, we've got the Page of Emotions. Okay. So yeah. All right. So for some of us, look at this. I mean, this is open. The choice is, are we going to keep our hearts closed? Are we going to open them up? Are we going to expose and be vulnerable and be genuine and be brave? Or are we just going to walk down the path that we, stay on the path we've always been on, where we protect ourselves and we guard ourselves and we just kind of, people please or try to make other people happy and live up to other people's expectations. But I believe that this new moon is challenging us to open our hearts and to be more open and to provide an energy, this, the love that is this divine love that through us shines on others. I love this, right down here in the, I'm thinking, this is like the sacral chakra where our creativity and our desires and our pleasure, this path that we're on, or this path that we're being encouraged to choose, it sounds like so much hard work because we have been conditioned to think that being kind or being charitable or giving without getting anything in return, well, that's a sucker's move. That's how suckers live. That's how people get taken advantage of. And you know what? You're right. Maybe. But just because, and what came to my mind just now was, sometimes when you pull up to a stoplight, there can be a person maybe standing in the median and they've got a sign or they've got a cup or something and they're asking for money. If I give that person $20 and that person uses it to go get, a bottle of alcohol or to buy drugs or, to do something that you would think that the priority would be like food or shelter or whatever. But that's not my choice to make because the only responsibility I have is to give without expectation. The way that the universe is going to honor my giving has nothing to do with what that person does with what I gave them. They are not connected. That is my thing and their thing. So again, this energy is, the message of this card is, look, I know that it seems counterintuitive, but open up your heart and be just lay it all out there because it's going to bring you pleasure. It is going to make you feel fulfilled. It is going to provide you with that sense of self that so many of us are craving. And the reason that we can't feel it, oh, I'm hearing you, Spirit, you talking to me too. Oh, you're reading me for filth. The reason that we can't feel it is because we are so hell-bent and determined on keeping people in their place and protecting our image and protecting our reputation that in order for us to let down our walls and to be vulnerable and put ourselves in a position where we are going to respond with love instead of fear, will be perceived sometimes as peculiar or foolish, but collective. They don't know you like Spirit knows you. They don't understand why you're doing this. Why are you being nice to that person? They were a total dick to you. That's their problem, not mine. I'm not responsible for what they did to me. I'm only responsible for how I react to it. And I can react to it in anger and bitterness and revenge and, whatever. And what is that going to do for me? What's it going to do for me? It's just going to get my blood pressure up. It's going to have me pissed off. It's going to have me replaying the damn fight over and over and over in my head. And I'll be in the shower 3 or 4 days later, washing my hair and thinking about, oh, I should have said this or I should have said that. You know, it's consuming my energy. It's consuming my mind. It's consuming my time. Why? If I could get into my heart space and say, you know what you did, it was hurtful and it wasn't right. But I'm not going to give it power. I'm not going to give it power, because part of clearing out the clutter is letting go of the need to hold people accountable for their actions. It's not our job. We are supposed to hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And that is where the mind fuck comes from. Yeah, I'm totally over the whole, I'm not saying the F word. It's just, it is what it is. You don't like it, watch another video. I don't know what to tell you, because again, we're moving out of a place of judgment. We have to, collective. We've got to stop. It is so bad. Judging people who aren't like us, or who think differently than us, or don't look like us, or come from somewhere other than we do and speak a different, like freaking, we've got to stop. We've got to get into this heart space and start responding with love. Oh my gosh. Okay. Off my soapbox now. Not my soapbox, but you know what I'm saying. The message soapbox. Moving on. Queen of Inspiration. Right underneath of the Empress. What? Yes. That divine, feminine, loving, nurturing, creating, birthing energy, backed up by the card that is that. Okay, she is that girl, that woman, that divine energy. This is a energy of someone who is connected. They are intuitive. They see the truth. They see the higher purpose. They see the big picture, the long game. They are not thinking about and reacting to what is right in front of them. They are thinking about getting into this Empress energy and being that that energy of that is inviting but not foolish. The Queen of Inspiration, which is similar to I believe it's the it's the Queen of Wands. You know, this is about using the information that we have, that we receive from higher sources, and using that to create something new, create something fresh, to birth a movement, or to birth an action. So get in this Queen of Inspiration and Empress energy, collective. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. So let's focus on that. This new moon. Let's focus on calling in those parts of ourselves that already exist. We just need to claim them and get rid of the old shit and make room for the new shit. All right. And lastly, to clarify the Hierophant. Oh, look at this. We've got the Fool. Spirit, won't you do it every time? The Hierophant. Again, we were talking about letting go of those old belief systems. And here's the thing. And collective, I know this from personal experience. If you are raised a certain way and you are told your entire life what to believe, the idea of turning your back on those generational beliefs is flippin' terrifying sometimes. What if I'm wrong? What if I step out? What if I get in trouble? What if God doesn't forgive me? What if nobody loves me? What if I'm rejected? Okay, all valid concerns. However, the message in this reading is we're not doing that anymore. We're going to be brave. We're going to pursue our dreams. And we're letting go of beliefs that no longer serve us. And we are stepping out in optimism and faith and in trust that if we follow our intuition and we lead with love, it doesn't matter where it takes us, because we are going to be supported and we are going to be guided in the right direction. And just trust that there is no right or wrong decision. If we make a decision, we can always make another one to correct our course. Spirit, your guides, your guardians, your ancestors, they are all around us, and they will always, push us back onto the path if we go too far off. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just be genuine, be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to do what you are being called to do, what your soul is screaming at you to start doing. Call that in this new moon. Call it in. Let's manifest it. Let's manifest that clarity. Let's bring that balance to our lives. Let's get rid of the old shit. Let's call in the new shit. Let's take some action and change ourselves, and then go out in the world and change this negative, nasty vibe that has just invaded. And it's just, I just see like this vine that's just like making its way through humanity right now. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want any parts of that. And I know that there are aspects of myself. I am not perfect. Just this week, I've probably like talked shit about 4 or 5 people, and rolled my eyes at a bunch, and, you know, wanted to yell at people. And I got to work on it too. This is not me, Courtney, saying, do as I do. Saying, hey, let's all get together and figure out how we can all be better, and how that we make things happen and we make things change for future generations and for the collective, so that we can usher in this balance and this harmony and this love, so that we can share that love is the only thing that's real. So I think that's all I have for you. I know it was a lot. Thank you for hanging in there. And I'm very excited about this next lunar cycle. If something cool happens, by all means, please come back, leave a comment. If you like the video, please hit the like button. I've got a few other videos. I'm still building my channel, but if you want to subscribe and hit the little notification bell, that will let you know when I post something new. And you will find that my style is changing and evolving, and what I'm doing today I might not be doing in the next video. But you know what? I'm trying. I'm being brave, and I'm being genuine, and because this is my dream. My dream is to bring messages from spirit to the collective. And if even one person hears a reading and it helps them to evolve or to grow or to heal, then I have done what my soul was created to do. So, that being said, you go out there and you do your thing, and you help heal, and you help grow, and together we're going to get this ship of humanity, ship with a P, we're going to get it back on course. We're going to get it heading back towards the light and away from this nonsense. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of it. I'm so over it. Like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to ramble anymore. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.